people. It is Jeff Kramer, your resident wrestling fan, along with two other resident passionate wrestling fans. We're doing a three-way collab tonight. Like I said, I'm Jeff Kramer, and I'm joined by Mr. Michael Johnson and Vincent Donadio. Is that how you say your name?
Donadio.
Donadio. Very fun to say.
It is. It is.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So, obviously there is a lot to talk about in the world of professional wrestling. No shortage of things to not talk about. And I think the biggest thing, correct me if I'm wrong, gentlemen, I think there's a little event called WrestleMania 41 happening in a couple weeks. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong on
You're
that.
right. You're right. It's crazy. It's a couple weeks away. That's crazy.
Couple
Chuck-
weeks away. WrestleMania, kind of a small event. It's only the biggest event WWE has each year.
yeah, I know,
WWE
right?
Super Bowl.
Josh
Yeah,
Barnett's Bloodsport's happening that weekend, but yeah, WrestleMania.
no, yeah, some baseball games that weekend too. But yeah,
Yeah.
WrestleMania, WWE Super Bowl, World Series.
The
You can
big
use
boy
all the
of the
sports
year.
analogies you could want. It is the big show for WWE every year, and it should be very exciting. And so tonight we're going to talk about some predictions. We're going to talk about the matches announced so far, which is honestly most at this point, since we're pretty close to the big show at this point. So before we get into the matches, I just let's get your guys' thoughts a little bit. How you feeling about the road to WrestleMania so far, without going too specific? How do you think the general road to WrestleMania is going, in your guys' opinions?
I think the road to WrestleMania for me it's been mixed. There's been stuff I've been excited for. The Cody Cena promo got good on Monday. Punk and Rollins have been the Reigns inclusion's weird, but the Punk and Rollins stuff since January has been good. And then I think the AJ and Logan stuff is getting interesting. I think those are
Yeah,
three that
yeah,
are heating up for me.
for sure.
I
Vincent, what about you?
100%. I 100% agree. I think because everyone keeps talking about CM Punk's favor, I think that might be tying in to the Cody John Cena stuff. I think the
Yeah,
favor might be if CM Punk wins, he might be put into the title match because he said you're closing the show, and Cody and John Cena is really closing the show. So like that's what I've seen a lot of people think that. I feel like that's
yeah,
definitely a possibility. Going up and down, we have Io and Bianca. I feel like Rhea, we're waiting at this point for her name to be announced in the mix. Tiffany Charlotte's been up and down. I mean, that promo a couple weeks ago on SmackDown was kind of ugh. But AJ Logan, it's been well. Randy Orton and Kevin, good story. Cody John, like Mike said, the promo yesterday was crazy. I mean, just John Cena these last 3 weeks, and Brussels talking about, or what I know he's talking about. We're drawing a blank here, but in Scotland when he said, "I'm going to take the belt and go home with it," I mean, he's saying he's going to be the last real champion, and then both of them, because a lot of people say John Cena likes to bury talent, but Cody was somebody we actually saw hold his own. So I overall Gunther J, yeah, I mean that's there. Roman Punk Rollins, they're doing really good building that up. So yeah, it's definitely been a good build so far.
hmm So let's. So Vincent, yeah, you kind of set us up well there, kind of going through kind of all the matches that we know of so far, and at this point, the card is likely almost filled up with both nights. So there's still a few to be announced in the next few weeks, but we have the main matches, a solid lineup for the most part that are officially announced. Um, yeah, I mean it's kind of this Road to Mania has been all over the place.
The last three remaining, I'll start Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I think we're going to be talking about Cody soon, but our whole story started around Cody Rhodes and like Owens bringing back the pile driver, which has been banned for so long, and now Orton, who is bringing back the punt. So that's a big story. Two of these moves that have been banned for so long, bringing them back should definitely be interesting. I don't know who I see winning. I guess probably more so Randy because I like thinking because Backlash is coming up in St. Louis. I feel like, and we'll get to later on in the predictions, but we're going to see Cena and Orton, Kevin Owens, who's been this kind of dominant, psychotic psychopath lately, who's like crazy and will do whatever it takes to win. And I still think he'll go that direction, but I think Orton's going to find a way to win. I mean, he's Randy Orton, so the guy's great. And next, the Women's World Championship match, Io Sky and Bianca Belair. I feel like we're just waiting at this point for Rhea Ripley to be placed in. I mean, you see it on Raw. You just had a Io versus Rhea, and Bianca was the referee. So that's their way of setting it up. And then I don't know what Adam Pearce is waiting for, but I think I'd be a better general manager. But
Adam Pearce, I need a drink. He's a joke, man. I don't.
So Adam Pearce would say it's official. It's not Rhea Ripley Inn's not official yet, but we're getting there.
Yeah.
They really like you watch Raw Weekly, you see these three are on a collision course.
Yeah.
Who
Pierce,
wins?
Yeah. The Pierce, I'm just not like sorry but I have to say it. Pierce and Oldest as GMs has been annoying to me. Knowing their wrestling, it's just to me
He is something. That guy.
Yeah.
Don't you love when he gets pissed off over the stupidest little things too?
Yeah.
Sidetrack for a second.
But I do like what he's been doing with Rhea. I like that Rhea's a heel-ish type. I don't like the crowd's booing Bianca, but you know.
Yeah, Bianca's getting a heel heat. And speaking of Bianca, that's who I'm not 100% locked on, but I'm going to go with Bianca. I feel like Io, it's kind of sad she's the champion, but she's been the third fiddle here. And you've seen her on television get frustrated about it because the whole story really feels like it's been Bianca and Rhea, which is kind of like, why did they even take the belt off of Rhea in the first place? Maybe because I guess they see how talented Io Sky is and they want to get her a place on the card. And that's their way of doing it.
Yeah.
But go ahead, Jeff.
I was going to say, I think that and just the nature of unpredictability we've been seeing on TV. Like when Io won the belt from Rhea a few weeks ago on Raw, I genuinely was not expecting it. And when that happened, I was like, wow, like
Me neither.
I love that one, they're giving Io Sky more attention by putting the belt on her, but also like that was just such a cool moment that you wouldn't necessarily expect all the time on the main event of Raw. So I liked it.
Yeah, true. But now that I'm starting to think about it, I think Io might just be like the placeholder for the pin because they want to make Bianca and Rhea both look strong. I feel like as much as it stinks, that not that they don't care about Io, but Bianca and Rhea are much more bigger brand names, and like they're two of the faces of the company, so they don't want either one of them to take the fall. So I feel like that's what Io is for. Maybe Bianca like KOD on Io or something, beats her that way. Rhea I could still see winning, but it feels like Bianca is going to win. And on to of all time, Rhodes, one of my favorites now. You got this whole story. You got Cody Cena. Cody's going to be the next John Cena.
He is.
Yeah, and the thing with John Cena is we talk about Charlotte and Tiffany before. Charlotte, I'm a little iffy if she's going to put Tiffany over. The thing that worries me with John Cena is all he does is put people over. So it's like I feel like he's just. I want him to win, but I feel like the promo has been excellent, but this whole feud is for Cena to make Rhodes a bigger star. But then also, I'm a little conflicted because you saw Cody stand tall yesterday, and the person that stands tall usually doesn't win in the end. So maybe John Cena will win. At the moment, though, I'm still going Cody, just because, even though I'm the biggest John Cena guy, it'd be great to see it.
On the going over thing, I call it the Brian.
I don't know. It's been a really, really good feud though. And Cena, yeah. But Cena, I feel like him putting Cody over. Cody's already up here, but Cena does that. He goes up here. He goes so much higher. So, and that's the way John Cena is. Obviously, I don't know him as a person, but I know him from what I see on television.
Yeah.
And I mean, he put Austin Theory over. Cody Rhodes is a much bigger star than Austin Theory. So if you're gonna put Austin Theory over, maybe you put Cody over, because Cody is, like I said, he's literally the next John Cena. The kids love him. It's definitely the dream main event I've been wanting for a long time. So I'm happy we're gonna get to see Cody and Cena.
Yeah, it's a main event that a lot of people did not want for a long time, but then after Elimination Chamber, suddenly a lot more people wanted it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
um, because of obvious events, of course, John Cena turning
Real
heel,
quick, what
and
about the final boss?
yeah,
What
so we definitely have to talk about The Rock and all this,
about
because we have not seen him since Elimination Chamber. Um, I feel like he could easily make an appearance just in the next few weeks on Raw because John Cena is not
involvement?
advertised
The
until WrestleMania.
Rock. You think we see him in any
Yeah, yeah.
movie?
Well,
y-
yeah. So what I was saying was, John Cena is not advertised again on TV until WrestleMania. So The Rock could easily step in and have a little thing with Cody in the next few weeks. And I think that makes sense because it will be reminiscent of last year, if you remember, when Roman was only on SmackDown and the lead up to him and Cody. And The Rock suddenly came out that one Monday on Raw in Chicago and had that thing with Cody. So it could easily happen again this year. And I think it should because I think the reason they haven't had John Cena on TV talk about The Rock, it's really the only thing he hasn't talked about yet and covered since he's turned heel, is because I think that's The Rock's job. I think The Rock is supposed to be the one as the final boss to say, here's what I did to orchestrate this master plan. Um, and yeah, it really remains to be seen. Obviously, we know The Rock has a big role in it. He's the final boss. He's powerful as can be on and off screen. Um, but we'll see what happens and how he's involved. Just overall in the story because it hasn't been explained yet. But I definitely think he's going to be a WrestleMania in some capacity and somehow involved in that match.
I
So.
think The Rock is a missing factor of this entire feud. And it's not just the fans. I saw Steven Richards does a podcast. He's an old wrestler for WWE, WCW, ECW.
Yeah.
He talked about where's The Rock, and that's why is Cena doing this? And I think that is what's missing for a lot of people on this.
Same. Well, here I feel like I know John Cena's been a face most of his career, and now he's with The Rock, and I feel like for now, obviously he's with him, but I feel like The Rock's eventually going to turn on him, and that's how John Cena is going to go back to face because there's no way he retires as a heel after he's been face all these years. So I feel like maybe it's a setup by The Rock, and I saw something. Someone made a good point. You keep seeing him talk to Drew, and maybe like The Rock eventually sees John Cena as not good enough, and he dumps him, and Drew's the new guy. But I mean, we'll see what happens. But that's definitely the way I see Cena going back to the good side, as they would say. But just put 17 on Cena. I mean, let that guy, and then somehow set up Cena Orton for Backlash, and then around that, I feel like it's going to be a great show. So definitely be interesting. Easter Sunday, the second night, nice way to end Easter after a day with the family. But
Hmm.
yeah, it should be a fun 2 nights in the gambling capital. People are going to be having fun in Nevada.
Yeah. Yeah. Very quickly. WWE is going all out for this Mania weekend, like more so than we've seen just because they're in Vegas. And I think
What about
it's
the
really
parties?
funny. The parties, the gambling, the hotel, the roast of WrestleMania. That's something new with Tony
Yeah,
Hinchcliffe. That's gonna be interesting.
yeah. It's
Michael
an
Cole and Pat
interesting guy, Tony
McAfee.
Hinchcliffe. What a guy.
What a guy indeed. Michael Cole and Michael Cole and Pat McAfee hosting the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. That's a great class. Um, yeah, it's gonna be quite the eventful weekend. Very much looking forward to it. Vincent Donadio, Michael Johnson, it has been an honor. I hope maybe we can make this a regular thing. Maybe we'll start a YouTube channel or podcast.
Possibly,
Um,
that'd be a fun
yeah,
thing.
since this is all part of our kind of YouTube thing, maybe we'll just do it for fun after the semester ends. We'll see. I don't
Yep.
know. Yeah.
It's been a
All
great
right,
time,
gents.
gentlemen.
It's been an honor. Happy
Yeah.
Mania season, and this is awesome.